your plane, land your plane, land your plane, land your plane.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for boarding with Land Your Plane podcast. I am your pilot instructor, Della Nooch, outside with the fire right now, but alongside with my co-pilots.
Good evening, everyone. This is yours truly, Venus Noir. I'm tuning in from the DMV, and I bring the spiritual feminine aspect to the flight this evening.
Yeah, especially. Oh my God!
It looks like we're the only two on board at the moment.
We got another one. We got another co-pilot here.
All right.
How y'all doing?
Yup.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You speckle, you good.
Yeah, I'm just spilling shit for some reason. I don't know what happened over there. It seemed like it was organized. Just try to get over there, and I just spilled my cup. I don't know what happened to my hand. I just went weak or whatever. It's all right.
Take care of that shit so no one get electrocuted or no one get fucking damaged.
Yeah, right.
What's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling, man? How was your day? How was your day before we take this flight?
My day was blessed. I'm happy to be alive. I slept most of the day. I had some stuff I had to do for work. I did that. And I slept most of the rest of the day. Other than that, it's been blessing.
Okay. V, how was your day, man? She made it up for a reason. My day was great, man. You know, like I said, I got a little rest in, a little exercise. Oh, feel me? I got you. Yeah, I got a little exercise in, a little meditation. Feel me? Got a little bit of work done, a little bit of prepping, for stuff that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Got to get done and all of that.
That's what I did too. I tried to get the stories together for tomorrow, basically.
Yes, sir.
That's what I did too. I tried to get the stories together for
V, you muted or not?
I am here if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear
you. Okay. I was having a few technical difficulties, so I had to log out and log back in.
You good. I was just checking everybody's temperature, see how was your day and all that.
My day was good. I volunteered at the food co-op, and that's one of my favorite things to do sometimes, to meet interesting people.
Good job.
And to get some of my, gotta get your sea moss and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. That's cool. Dope. Sure, let's get what we came here for, man. Everybody says they want love, deep love, real love, healthy love. But the moment love requires vulnerability, suddenly it's I'm not ready. I don't do feelings. I need space or hold on. Or you wanted the connection, but not the conversation. You want closeness, but not accountability. So tonight, we're asking the question of a lot of people avoid. When someone says they're not emotionally available, is that honesty or is that a warning you ignore? Because love can't land if someone refuses to open the runway. You already know, that's the opening statements intro. What's your comments on that? Or what's your thoughts on
it? I've never quite heard those exact terms. I don't know if either of you have. Um, I think sometimes the wording that I've often come across, it may be I don't want to commit, or I'm not ready to settle down. Maybe that might have been another way of saying what you just termed or vocalized, per se. But I never heard it in those put that way verbatim.
Gotcha.
Someone was to tell me they wasn't emotional available towards me. I would take that. I would see, well, what do they mean? Find out what the words is behind that, because I don't want somebody that's too emotional in a negative way. So maybe they just mean it like that. I would just understand where they're coming from and try to accept them for being honest about their current location, and see what we can build around that, and if that can grow, if that's something that can grow.
Copy. Emotional availability. I would say where someone who has overlooked them, not overlooked themselves, but not just about themselves, and they can be a space. They can be a space that you can feel that your emotions could be shared there and won't be thrown in your face and used against you. You feel me? Like sort of like not well, sort of like a safe space, but those are things that people can be one that can be vulnerable about, emotional, availability, showing something, sharing something with your partner that in the long run y'all use as, you feel me, to deepen the connection versus when something comes up, throw it in each other's face to, you feel me, to use it against a person. So to me, that's what I would say. What I get from that intro, how I was reading that type shit. Uh, love or cap? Was I lying or it was the truth? What do y'all think? Because the whole thing we're gonna be love or capping each other. If I think you lying, I'm gonna say cap. If you got words of wisdom, or we feel me along the lines of, I think it's the truth, we're gonna leave you alone. It's love.
I don't think you capping.
All right, cool, cool. All right, the first one is someone says they love you, but avoids deep conversations. Question is, can someone love you and still be emotionally unavailable?
I would think no. No, that's just personally. I mean, from a female, from my from my experience, as well as some friends that I know. Can't speak for all female population, of course, but I think if a man is not, to me, that is to me, from what I've experienced, that is an indicator that a man is present with you if he's emotionally available. Now, getting a man to be emotionally available, I find that's something different.
I think definition of words are very important. So even if somebody's telling me something, I would love to know what their definition of those words and that statement means, because I feel like most of the time somebody that's saying they're not emotionally available, it means a certain type of emotion opposed to any emotion at all. It's like we can't watch a comedy together, we can't laugh together. If you mean you just can't be stressful, then that might be a good thing. Because that's another type of emotions I want to be available anyway. will be negative emotions. So I feel like it depends on. I would just want to find out what that person means when they're saying that. And
Trying
my
to be.
biggest thing is, could we still be a success? Could we still grow? Could we still stack money? Could we still buy shit? Could we still have shit? Opposed to you having to give me all your stress.
Respectfully.
Well,
All right. Yeah.
having what is emotional availability to, since I'm the only femme in the building on the flight right now, what is emotional availability according to the masculine perspective here?
You want to jump out the window, Mo?
I would say emotional availability is obviously very personal. It's a very personal person because I've heard people tell me I don't have emotions, but I'm a comedian. Which my biggest thing is making people laugh. So laughter is an emotion. It feels like when people think of emotions, the only ones they acknowledge are any ones that are negative or hurtful or give an energy that is not positive. So I feel like it's really a personal choice or decision on where a person would say a person is emotionally available or not. That's why I said if a girl told me that, I would want to know what they meant by it because it seems like it's all about the emotions you pick. I don't think nobody is not emotionally available at all. But I think some people just know that they don't have a good time dealing with certain aspects of maybe a negative emotion.
Okay. What about emotional intelligence? I think it's a when a woman asks or inquires that of a man, I really do sense that she's most likely referencing emotional intelligence. And I know sometimes women expect men to know things. Like we won't say
Yeah, that's
anything. We just
good.
expect you to know. Like,
Yeah,
you should know it's
females
our
sound
anniversary. You should know it's my birthday.
intelligent.
You should just know. But I do find it's better to communicate to men and remind them of things and, tap them, say, hey, But I think sometimes when emotional availability comes to the table, it's not just about those things we can do together. It's also being aware of how I'm feeling. Um, if it's not in alignment with you at that particular time, so if I'm not having the best of day, I may be feeling a little down or I'm not feeling well. Um, it's like caring, like you care on a day that I'm not my best, and you're willing to do something that helps me to feel better, even if it's something simple like bring me a glass of water or buy me some flowers or something. It doesn't have to be taking me out to a 5-course meal and buy me a diamond ring. It could be something simple, fixing me breakfast in bed.
Form of emotional availability is active support, being a shoulder to cry on, and providing a safe space for each other to navigate professional stress. You feel me? So it doesn't have to, you feel me? Like you said, be based on knowing your anniversary or knowing when your favorite thing to eat or your favorite snack. That's, you feel me? Trying to learn every characteristic. I'll learn that if we allow that to happen. You feel me? I'll eventually learn that and come across, you know, that thing or pick up on that if I'm, you feel me? However, there's certain things that are healthy connections for couples that couples practice. You feel me? And one of those is the thing. You feel me? So if a man could be, your shoulder to cry on in your vulnerable state, that would be showing you that he's available. You feel me?
Yes. Are men, let me ask, something that came up when you were talking are, like, is romance even on the table these days anymore? Is
Is
there any
what?
more romance? I think we had that conversation a few days, romance. Do men romance, you know, do y'all,
I
do you think about
mean,
like, oh, I'm going to get her some flowers. Oh man, I can't wait to take her to watch the sunset. Oh man, I think we're going to go take a walk on the beach. Oh man, like, do y'all think about those things anymore?
me
Or is
myself,
that
I can't
considered a
speak for
simp?
everybody. Me myself, I'm a lover boy. I do things that I think is, you feel me, thoughtful and out of the box. Like I said, I'm I'm crazy in a way, type shit. So my look, and I'm a Aquarius, so I'm off the wall with it. So yeah, like the bubble baths, the roses, flowers, certain certain little small things. I try to pick up on things that will cater towards my thing. But however, um, romantic, what I think is romantic may not be. You feel me? The general thing of what romanticism is. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But however, people have their own ways of showcasing, and majority of it, what people's idea of romanticism, it has to come with spending money. Like Mo said, if we're not spending money, there's not much things that you're gonna find romantic. There's go do a picnic and to think that was romantic at one time. Go try to do that right now with somebody.
I know. And oh my God, I actually had a collection of picnic baskets. I love, I used to think that was the most romantic thing is going on a picnic.
Yeah, their idea of romanticism today is not it's how much money you got. You're is there 728
I
back
would
door.
say I think the biggest thing from it would be, well, I think she left. But I would say the biggest thing of it would be for me personally is what I got from that. You know what I mean? Like those romantic thoughts or processes. If I feel like, all right, I'm bringing you flowers to work and I'm being romantic, is like what comes after that? How long? What does it mean? Does it really have any meaning to the person you're doing the romantic thing for? And if I don't see the meaning in it, then it might make it less optional for me because I don't see any meaning. I don't respect. I don't feel like there's any meaning from the activity. So it's like, what's the point if there's no real meaning behind it? If there's nothing earned from it?
Your aunt, you trying to pull up? Send you the link here. Second question is what makes emotional conversations uncomfortable for somebody or you?
Anytime they're negative, if they're not a positive emotion or they're not reflecting positive emotions or they're not, or it doesn't, or even when it is supposed to be positive, it doesn't feel. Sometimes you can tell when somebody's not genuinely being positive. You can see that they're kind of just being positive for just the point of it. So if I don't see positivity, that's one of my shutdown things because I'm just a person who doesn't deal good in negativity. So if I don't feel like the response is positive, then that's going to cause me to shut down. And I don't want to have the conversation. There's nothing to talk about.
Copy. V. Oh, there she go. My bad.
Forgive me, gentlemen, technical difficulties.
No, you good. You good. Trying to get people in and out. Second question was what makes emotional conversations uncomfortable for you or somebody?
What makes emotions uncomfortable for me or my significant?
Emotional emotional conversations. What makes
Mm,
them uncomfortable? for you or somebody?
Say it again. Yo, Dirt,
The
what up, Dirt?
What up, Ant?
question
Well,
is, what up?
what's
What up,
going
Press?
on, man?
Question is, what makes emotional conversations uncomfortable for you or someone?
When she don't agree with what I got going on. Because I was doing good before she got into the relationship. So to change that, that's uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable for you or her?
Well, for me, because I was doing fine before the situation, before she joined. I don't know if it's uncomfortable for her because, you know what I mean? I gotta wait to the response. You know? If she responds where she's on board, then we all right.
Gotcha. Anybody else? Jump out.
Yo, Dirt, why you looking like that, man?
I just be having like many headaches because after this accident, my brain been fucked up a little bit.
Yeah, well, put that motherfucking hookah shit down, you'll be all right.
Well, thank you, sir. I'm
Okay,
Turn the
I'm
well,
lights
a,
out. You
I'm
gonna need the
I'm
lights on, nigga. Put some
I'm
glasses on or
agree with
something.
I'm agree with what Ant said. I think that success is a blessing and a curse at the same time
facts.
because success makes you the outside person who's trying to get involved. It makes you look at them like, are they adding to it? Or are they taking away?
Right, exactly.
And if you don't feel like the person's adding to what you're trying to do successfully, or if they haven't, if you already adequately made those choices yourself without their decision, it's going to be harder to now have a compromise or have a sit down conversation about the decision.
Right, like how do we go about that fucking conversation? Like, you know what I'm saying? Hypothetically speaking, if I was sleeping with somebody for 5 years before I met you, and I knew that I wasn't going anywhere with this girl because I knew her mannerism, it wasn't on a level up, but I enjoy the fact that she can please me. And that's where we stop. We're good friends and we got a physical connection. But I meet someone who got their head on their shoulders, and I'm like, damn, I got to start all over again with the whole shebang. Now I'm attracted to her mind and the fact that she's right where I'm at, but I still miss the other one because she has the other part that I enjoy. So do how the fuck how the fuck do I bring both of them together so that we can balance this out?
So the
Dirt,
woman that
You
you're
gotta
having,
leave one. You gotta leave one alone and be serious. And the other one gotta. I mean, one gotta respect that. She gotta realize that. You feel me? She's a toy. You feel me? Or
right,
y'all was
right.
just. Y'all had.
Listen,
Yeah. Yeah.
listen. Let me tell you something, cuz, and I understand because I don't know why you are fucking. I don't know why you even said anything. Um, my problem is this: we're in a new time and a new age. We are not back in 1945s and where relationships went 40, 50, 60 years. We're not in that type of time anymore. At all. At all. At all. Now, if this woman, which I respect dearly, I respect her, but I don't think I have it in me. I'm not going to be attracted to one woman for the rest of my fucking life. That's just realistically talking.
No, that's your ego talking. Cause your dick ain't gonna
Oh,
work
No,
the
no.
that's
same
real.
way
That's
right now.
realistically. That's
How,
You gotta
how,
realistically
get
how
over
no.
is
it.
that my dirt?
That's
Yo, hold on.
realistic. He's no, you're right, and
Yo,
let me my bad. Let me cut you off. My bad. Let me say one thing, please.
go
He's
ahead, man.
100% right. That's nothing to do with. That's just the reality of life. The idea that you think that you're supposed to be that is you. It's personal. His personal choice can say that he needs more than one person. That's his personal choice. Just like your personal choice could be that you need one. That's who you
Right.
are. You can't. I
Exactly.
can't say that everybody needs two people or everybody needs three people, and I can't say everybody needs one. That's who you are. If you're
Yeah,
satisfied with that, then that's your decision. But you can't
exactly.
say he's wrong for not being satisfied with that.
Right. So it's not an ego thing because reality was I was fine before came in the picture, and the one that was in the picture before understood the program. Like I gave you a chance of like, okay, let's see if we can build from here. You understand where I'm at. You understand that I don't want to cheat on you, but I also don't want to be a fool and say, hey, you're going to be the only woman I want to sleep with. No, I don't want to sleep with 1,000 women, but I want to sleep with someone that I'm attracted to. If I find her attractive, and I'm like, okay, what else does she bring to the table? Because that sex should go out the door real fast. But if she has that mindset where she's willing to build, I want the one that's a bonus. I love the fact that your mind makes you so sexy at the end of the day, but I'm not willing to say, hey, I'm gonna just be with one fucking one. I'm just attracted to you. Nah, you can't do that much. Maybe no disrespect. My dick might not get hard off the fact that you know what I mean? I might need her to come on in here and be like, you know what? We switched it up. And that works.
No, yeah, respectfully. I wasn't saying the ego that because that's ego in you that's bad. No. Like most said, whatever if you can afford as much wives or much girlfriends as you want, go ahead, do your thing. If you can't, then you feel me, you're gonna be stuck with what you're stuck with. However, what I
Right.
was saying, I would say my emotional uncomfortability comes from not knowing how to be in that moment, present in that moment. I'm not trying to hear that. And I'm not on the same frequency as you are expressing yourself. I'm not that angry. I'm not that mad. I'm usually, cool, calm, collective through everything. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I could be in a,
I'm
I could
not
be in.
angry. I'm not angry, nigga.
I'm not saying.
It seems,
I'm
I'm
speaking
gonna
for
be real
myself,
with
bro.
you. This could be controversial or whatever. I feel like being angry is more of a woman's emotion. It seems like you could be mad at something, but just being angry for everything that happens,
Right.
anything that happens, is like you can move on. You can
Oh,
have things happen to you and move on. I literally was in a car accident where I almost died. I lost my car. I could be sitting around depressed over that. If I was a woman, I feel like if I, as a man, it's like I'm alive. Thank God I'm alive. I be in pain
right.
periodically, but I'm not gonna be. It's not gonna allow me to just be depressed and angry all day long.
Right.
So it's like, do I want somebody that can comfort me my anger all day long? No, I don't. I want somebody who can maybe treat my anger, treat it through other things like massages or something like that. But I'm not gonna be angry if I don't get a massage. And like you said, that's the idea of maybe having somebody who will. Everybody can't. Is like when you playing baseball, you need multiple people on multiple bases to get a home run if you're gonna win the game. Any successful business has multiple employees. Most successful businesses don't have one employee. So to me, I feel like that's just the idea of that is it makes sense.
Yeah. This current situation, I feel like I'm forced to choose a situation where I've been going up, and I'm going up before this situation even came into the picture. My peace is everything, but if you're gonna come into the picture and I see what you bring to the table, I'm like, you know what? Is it worth just saying fuck it and just say nah? But then again, it's like at the end of the day, I'm a regret and be angry over nothing. You feel me? Like I don't know, I don't know how to put it.
You're not gonna regret. What you gotta do is get that fucking bring to the table shit. That's some white man shit. We ruled fucking empires, kingdoms. You feel me? You do your
What
homework. We do our homework on our people. We ruled kingdoms and empires. We ain't fucking worried about what a woman had to bring to the table. So
Oh
you
yeah,
cut all once you cut all of that shit out your motherfucking mind. It's not that you're gonna move different. Is what you're gonna attract, and they're gonna, like I said, to the whatever program you lay out. Whoever is for is gonna attract to it.
right. It should,
That's
of
who. That's
course.
who. You feel
Right,
me?
right. No, I agree. Yeah, because reality is that, I said what they bring to the table because you know what, I have a
We
problem
all got
with
that. We all
feeling
got
like
that fucking Christian white man thinking. But we have to
But
get
I
that
got
shit
the problem
out of
That's
our
that
just
mind.
what
women's
like
liberation. That he's talking how, I was actually taught that as a, what a woman should bring to the table. But it's not, I'm learning it's not natural. I learned later because that's kind of the things that was kind of instilled, is that, when I actually had that conversation with a man, he told me I was thinking like a man.
thinking like a man. What? Because you said that, I forgot the call.
Yes, yeah, that's what that's what he told me because I was more focused on the finances of what, because my mother raised me, raised by a single mother. So the thing was, a man is going to take care of you. You got to bring, your portion to the table because she was influenced by women's liberation of the 1970s. So she put that, instilled it in me too. And a lot of women in my age group and our ethnicity adopted that, as as we were young women. I think it really affected us too and how we could show up in a relationship, and it displaced the feminine dynamic of what we could actually bring into the atmosphere of a healthy relationship, because we were focused on being more masculine than being feminine.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of women out here that want to play both parts, and then they realize they can't do it. So,
It's
kudos
not
to them.
it's not they. They got the battery in their back because they got a system that coaches them to do it. They
And
go get
I
the
get that,
degrees and go get the shit that puts you out of power. Once you
right?
take back your power is to just be a natural man, the shit that you've already been doing. Who's
Already been
attracted to
doing.
the pro exactly. What you attract to the program is meant for you. Not what you need to be
No,
going after. Usually what you go after is not the shit that's meant for
but
us. You
that's
did?
the, but see, that's the thing.
That's what we find out
I
as we
didn't
get
say I
older.
was going. Yeah, right. So I wasn't going after absolutely nothing. That's why I've been in the situation I've been. I let that part go. This actually fell right here in front of me, like here, and I had to make a decision where I'm thinking like, well, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I'm actually great. So if I kind of let you know what's happening right now, like I have no stress. Um, I'm, perfectly fine with what I got going on. I go to work, I go to this job, I come home, I take care of business, I focus on what I got going on. There's peace, there's no stress, I do what I want freely without feeling like I gotta do for someone who doesn't give a fuck about what I'm doing for them. So in that aspect, I'm looking for a damn near a perfect relationship. I know that shit sound crazy to say, but that's what the fuck what was
No, it
going on
doesn't.
before you came. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for someone that understands the fact that when you find peace, you know what it is. And when you know what stress and all that other shit is, you run from it. I don't even run no more. Actually, I got a jet on standby. So, you know, yeah, I'm not, yeah, I'm in a, where we're at in our age, I'm at 100% peace. That's all I want. I don't want nothing because my job, my,
Can you pour
my
that out,
job
that
brings
cup?
peace.
That
Huh?
cup got nothing but trash in it now. No, my bad.
Hey,
I was talking to
get out
Reese.
the Reese, get out the camera.
Next question.
Tell Reese I said. Tell Reese I
Move to
said
the
hi,
next
bro.
scenario.
She's outside. She left.
All
Next
right.
scenario is your
Yeah, go
partner
to the
Reese
next
said,
shuts
one.
"What's up?"
down. Yo, y'all can hear me? Y'all hear me?
Huh?
Yo, yo.
I'm moving
What?
to the next one. Next one is
What's the
your
next?
partner shuts down during serious talk. Question is shutting down emotional avoidance?
They still got to grow up. Adults talk. We talk. There's no shutting down. I ain't got time for your shutdown because I'm not your fucking psychiatrist. I ain't got time for your shutdown because I ain't the one who did it to you. So yeah, you need time to get yourself together still. And don't sometimes it don't take a week, it don't take 2 weeks, it takes a year, 2 years. You just take all the time you need, and when you ready to talk, then we come back to this. But yeah, you gotta talk. I don't care if you even text me. I'll read it. I'll read the text. If that's your way of communication, I'll work with you on that. But you gotta communicate. It's not gonna work.
Is that love or cat? How y'all feel? Is he lying? Or is that
I think
love?
he's telling. I think he's telling the truth, love.
Yeah, I felt passion. I think it's love. V, how you feel? Love or cat?
I agree. Communication is very, very important, but I also know, when it comes to that dynamic, um, what I think what I like when I'm in a relationship that I really enjoy being in, um, is creating that space as well. I feel like in the relationship, that's almost like the woman's. I hate this. I know a lot of women are going to kick me in the butt for this, but it's okay because I have a really big butt. But it's almost like that's her responsibility. I don't want to say role since that word is always given, because I think of that song that Alicia Keys says, "I'll be the pages of your diary,"
Just
and
yeah,
and um and
yeah.
that's kind of like what I like
Yeah,
to
for
create. Like I
me.
have fun creating that space for the relationships that I've had, and just allowing, and I've had have the uncanny ability of men actually opening up to me. That's how I got the nickname Venus and Harlem Bombshell, because men have this way of just, they trust me and they open up and I don't judge them.
What's your
I,
sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Bless your soul. Bless your soul. Yeah, I don't. You know what? You keep doing what you doing, Venus. The one up there, Mega. That's my cousin. That's my best friend right there. Dirty. Mega. That's my damn cousin, but he's still my best friend. Dirty Sagittarius. We like. That's my best friend. That's the best sign in the world. Scorpios, man, y'all motherfuckers is something else. Yeah,
Well,
something else.
I don't,
Yeah,
I can't. I mean, I enjoy being a Scorpio, but
I bet
um,
you do.
but
I bet you
all
do.
my female Scorpios are very loyal friends. I've had very loyal female friends that are Scorpio, and but I've experienced two different type of male Scorpios though. So
Mm-hmm.
either a male Scorpio, he's either over the top or the opposite. They're either really good or completely the opposite. So there's like it's almost like Gemini men too. When those twins, those two different twins come out like Michael B. Jordan in Sinners. With the Geminis, like one extreme to the next, but Scorpios, I find that dynamic is present as well.
Well, you know what? You keep doing what you're doing. All right, next topic.
I would say the option of whether the person shuts down or not, to me, is all about whether or not it depends on what the shutdown leads to as far as success goes. Is bills being paid? Is work being done? Are things being moving forward? Because other than that, we can wait to talk about whatever we need to talk about. Is your shutdown leading to failure in the things that we're trying to accomplish? That's what I need to make sure. Because I don't need to have a conversation all the time or know about your emotions all the time or everything you're doing. I'm not into that. I don't really care. So it's like for me, I care more about success or failure. So it's just shut down leading to us having failure. That would be important to me.
Yo, just mute your mic and you moving and grooving until you speaking. Yeah, all right.
Bro, this is something else, man.
Uh, um, where was we at? Oh, it's shutting down emotional avoidance. Of course it is. If we're having a serious talk and you shutting down, yes, it's avoidance, but there's something behind the avoidance. So it's not best that you attack it and try to provoke it and poke it. It's something that they obviously can't handle, haven't been able to handle, and don't want to keep and don't want to handle already, or not safe enough with you to move forward with trying to handle that in a healthy way. You feel me? So it, it's something actually behind the avoidance that needs to be, catered to, talked about, helped out, worked out. Some work that needs to be done with that. So yeah, that would be a simple understanding of your partner, knowing that even if the first time y'all have a serious talk, you feel me, that arises. So yeah. Second question is, when did vulnerability start feeling unsafe?
Feel like vulnerability started feeling unsafe when I realized that it can stop again what I'm trying to accomplish. If I'm too focused on my emotions, then that means that I'm not trying to climb the mountain. And to me, that's the end result, to climb the mountain, to get to the goal, to get to the thing. So I realized that from other people too, like from my partners, the girls I've been with, they're too vulnerable, but they're not trying to, they're not allowing that vulnerability. That vulnerability is stopping them from being able to stay focused. So I realized that too much emotions can kill focusedness. So that's when I realized that it became an issue. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I heard what you said.
Uh,
V, did you hear the question? I'll repeat it for you. When when did vulnerability start feeling unsafe? Yeah, I agree with Dirt. Once I feel that I've been vulnerable, and after that vulnerability,
hmm?
behaviors after that
You getting
are
your
not
medicine?
moving
What you said?
moving
No, she went already.
to
I thought
correct
it was
them.
supposed to be done at 8:30. So.
You feel me? To try to do something different so we don't come to this point again. So we would have
Where
to
did she
be,
leave?
you feel me,
She
beating
just
a
left.
dead horse.
She just left.
Yeah.
That's when, yeah. And then that's when it would come, for men where they would carry that to relationship
No, I
and
have
just
the
not
the
share
13th.
nothing. And
Hmm?
you find out stuff
You got
years
this?
later. You feel me?
Oh, damn.
I gotta get 6 teeth taken out. I gotta get all 4 of my wisdom teeth taken out. And then I got the cracked tooth that had a lot of infection in this one. And then I have a molar that has to be disinfected on this side.
Damn.
I gotta take clindamycin so I can get rid of it. So I got surgery. Get
We'll go to the first commercial.
about to clear it up.
Yeah. I never.
You never had a cavity?
I had cavities. I never had.
This book is dangerous, not because it tells you what to think, but because it shows you who's been thinking for you. It exposes the illusion, the script, the invisible leash. After Cosmiscuous, you won't hear music the same. You won't see mirrors the same. You won't even see yourself the same. Warning. Side effects include awareness, freedom, and irreversible growth. Cosmiscuous. Read at your own awakening.
From the mind of Robert Trouble Johnson, a storyteller from Poughkeepsie, New York, with over 10 novels. But in Poughkeepsie, peace is just a pause before the storm. Raven was an invisible housewife, living a quiet life. Until one night, the truth kicked her door in. Because when survival calls, you don't stay soft. you evolve. The God Lady, where innocent dies and power is born. She was a housewife until the streets gave her a crown.
Do I got it? I ate my pizza done. I can't eat no more.
What do you do? What do you got?
The mushroom place.
Mad mushroom?
Next one is
Oh, I like this.
someone says, I'm just not a feelings person.
Doing maggots on your house.
Personality or emotional immaturity.
Huh? Yeah, not everything.
Like so.
You heard?
You know what you did yesterday?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go to your doctor? See your
Yeah, when I gotta go to my heavy turn.
ECT?
I don't think I maybe. I think so. Not.
Are you gonna actually go for it?
Yeah. I'm gonna go. What you say, Megan? My bad. What you say?
Someone says, I'm just not a feelings person. Is that personality or emotional immaturity?
To say you're not a feelings person?
Yeah.
I think that's maturity, knowing yourself. Maturity.
Sorry.
No, you good. I would say maturity would be knowing yourself. Love you too, baby girl. I would say maturity is knowing yourself and who you are. And again, like I said, there's so much definitions behind words. So if somebody tells me they're emotional or not emotional, I would wonder what they mean by that, opposed to just assuming.
I agree. That would be something to take that person for their word. If they said, I'm just not a feelings person. So it would then be up to you to, if they're not, if you a person that does that and wants that out of a person or vice versa, that relationship obviously would not be for you. They told you right then and there that there's certain things that they're not going to be able to share with you. So you should take that out front and be okay with that. If they don't open up to you with certain things, they
Yeah.
obviously need, work in certain areas or something is very wrong that you're not able to fix. They have to seek some type of help. So by them stating that, like you said, is some type of maturity of them knowing themselves. They know they don't express themselves. They're not a feelings person. They don't like to get in touch with their feelings, express their feelings. They're not anything to do with them. So that is a little bit of maturity of them. But however, there's still work there. There's a reason why they've been pushed to that point. You dig? Because like you said, we're
Yeah.
social creatures. We're made to be around each other. So we're gonna feel things. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna cry. We're gonna, you feel me, be sad, angry, happy, mad. Those are things that we're gonna go through. Those are just human things. That's the mature thing, to know that them things is gonna happen and still be able to, function. You get hot. V, you heard the question when we repeat it?
Yes, can you repeat it, please?
Someone says, I'm just not a feelings person. Question is that personality or emotional immaturity?
I have to agree with the brother. I think that there's a certain level of awareness that, there may be a certain truth to what type of person this individual is. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
I think someone who lacks the ability, that goes back to emotional intelligence too, because some people are disconnected, in terms of like they're not a feelings person. They may be more of a goal oriented person. And so some people that are more goal oriented, they get more of a feeling through outside um, accomplishments, so they may feel a certain emotion when they accomplish something. So when it comes to the other more intimate aspects of life, they may not be in touch with that part. Some people may label this person a narcissist, someone who can't get in touch with their feelings because, and I don't think, I know that narcissism is getting like I know it gets a lot of bad talk on the internet. I know that what's his name, Nick Cannon. He's a self-professed. He's actually said, "I am a narcissist," but I think if someone says they're not in touch with their feelings, um, at least they know it, and they're able to tell the person they're involved with. And I think the person they're involved with has to recognize that who this person is, and if there's someone that they can create a life with. And I land on that.
Respectful. Is that Cap? Love a Cap.
I think she's being honest.
Yeah, I think she was honest too. Yeah, I could call Cap out of me too. Love a Cap. Who taught you? Who taught you to hide your feelings? I can say I taught myself because I didn't. I didn't. Did I see healthy places that who expressed them? You feel me? People weren't really outright and coming out as far as counselors and telling me how to do stuff. But as far as me myself, the bad things that happened to me, I'm responsible for that. I'm accountable for that. So to hide my feelings, I was taught that.
I think
Honest.
for you land the plane.
It's on the floor.
I think I have to agree. I think I kind of, for me it was I don't think I ever had a place I could express myself safely, probably growing up. And I think it's just something that trickled over into adulthood. Um, I don't, and I think for earlier years, I probably didn't even know it was an option until I couldn't. It had to come out in some kind of way. Then you recognize. But I think that it was a response. I think it was a safety mechanism, of whether I feel safe or not. But nobody taught me not to express my feelings.
Respectfully.
I land.
I think she's being honest. I'm gonna say that I don't think I hide my feelings. Am I gonna over and repeatedly keep expressing my feelings? No. If I tell you I want a threesome and you don't give me a threesome, I'm not gonna say it to you every day and every weekend. I'm not gonna. It's not. That's not me hiding my feelings, but that's also not me being repetitive of them. So I don't think I'm really a hider of feelings. I just think that I'm just less repetitive of keep repeating myself because feelings are they can be momentarily or they can be based on a thing. But I'm not gonna just keep repeating my feelings. Will I express them at some point? Yes. You know what I mean? But once they've been expressed, and that don't mean I gotta keep repeating it to make it happen. So I think I'm less taught to hide my feelings than repeating them because I think that through repeating, all I've seen is that I still don't get what I want or I felt like I wanted, but now I have beats that came from me constantly repeating myself. But it won't have to be a complete mystery about how I feel or you not knowing, well, how did I feel? Nah, I told you, and I've already expressed myself. Is whether you're willing to acknowledge it and have those feelings um, create a moment that can actually um, sustain them. And I win with that.
Respectfully. Um, that was the second question. Your partner avoids conflict by changing the subject. Is that manipulation or fear? It's on the floor.
I would say that I can see why it be interpreted as manipulation, but I think it could be also a level of selfishness. Because if I'm telling you about something that I feel and now you switching the subject based on what you feel, I think that's, like I said, it's just the selfishness of you expressing your emotions over mine, or feeling like your feelings are more important than mine. So I don't know if it's actually trying to manipulate somebody, because I feel like manipulation has a malice piece of it. There's some malice and manipulation. So I
Is
just
all
think it just,
manipulation malice?
huh?
I said, is all manipulation malice?
Yes, to me.
Love a cat? Is that cat? Love?
I, I love.
Love? I think that's cat. All manipulation is malice? I don't think so.
I do. I think manipulation. Yeah, and I think the manipulative thing can be very, very dangerous. And I know women, we have a way of that's kind of like um, when it comes to like men, for instance, the domestic violence thing, when that topic comes up in conversation, usually the thought processes of the population is they're addressing how men treat women when a domestic violence topic or discussion at the table. But I think when it comes to a different aspect of abuse in a relationship, it's the manipulation part. The topic usually veers towards that women are more manipulative in a relationship than men are, at least outwardly, and emotionally, that is. And so I think manipulation it can be very hurtful and it can be dangerous. It depends on the intention. Um,
Are we talking about manipulation or vindictive? Because some of the women or the men that do the malicious things to a partner are vindictive versus manipulative.
I think
Manipulative.
manipulative it can be a form of abuse sometimes. Not even in an act of vengeance. It may be in an act of just wanting to get this person to do what you want them to do when you want them to do it. You know, without necessarily a consideration of them. It's like you want them to fall in line with your agenda, or
Yeah, that's
so
more
that's
ownership.
yeah,
That's a different, that's like not BDSM, but that's a different type of relationship that people have. If we start trying to categorize them and break them down like this is that is this, and this is under that, and narcissist is over here, and you feel me? If we start doing all of that, these certain words have um couples under categories. You feel me?
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
manipulative, vindictive. You feel me? These are terms that we throw around. However, if we all come to an agreement of how and they're used in certain relationships, because what we're doing is giving our, you feel me, experience. However, we try to turn it into words of wisdom for the audience. But we just talking low key. You know, we're all being vulnerable ourselves, showcasing what we're talking about amongst
Very
ourselves.
true.
And nobody's trying to own each other or out highlight each other's story. Everybody's being heard respectfully. And in a relationship, it would have to be that there's, regardless of the statuses or the titles, y'all coming together to make one entity, a relationship. If not, y'all both individual, selfishly, whatever y'all think y'all saying or going through. If it's not about the entity that y'all trying to create, the relationship, because it's usually not the relationship that is what's wrong. It's usually somebody Now come lay down since you want to start trouble all damn day. Where was we at? Number four. The next one was what happens inside. What happens inside you during confrontation? That's an interesting question. It could be you, or what do you think happens inside someone during confrontation? If you can answer that.
I'm not a very confrontational person. I don't like confrontation. But I know, I think if there's an open line of communication, hopefully you can avoid conflict as much as possible. But when it comes to confrontation, what happens inside, it could be fear, it could be anxiety.
That's happening in
But I
somebody or
think,
between them or you.
I think when I'm imagining myself in the midst of being confronted,
Copy.
and it also depends on what you're being confronted about. Being confronted about something like not changing the toilet paper roll, is different from being confronted, about something different. Like whose text was that, So, um, so it's I guess it's relative, but on the inside, it's never, it's always a little bit of anxiety there sometimes. Either way, it's like, damn, I forgot to change the toilet paper. Even though women very rarely forget that.
Dirt. What happens
But
inside you during
I
confrontation?
agree with what she's saying. I think that's the real feelings. I would say for me, confrontation
Yeah, that's
creates
love.
some.
That's love.
It creates some level of shutdown for me personally because I feel like I'm already being attacked and I have not reacted my best in confrontations. Not match energy, and I've been hurtful and not. Oh, and I don't usually feel bad for being hurtful. If I was hurtful due to a confrontation, I usually don't feel bad about it. So it's like I do have a pre thought of damn, I don't want to do something that's crazy and not feel bad about it because I'm hurtful. So to me, my biggest thing is just shut down and re-examine what is this, and to some extent re-examine what is the whole point of this confrontation in the first place. What is the real reason behind this, and what is this person's real goal? What is their goal in this situation? Seeing if I can come to that. Now I'll land with that.
For you. What happens during confrontation inside? Shoot, I start turning green like David Banner. Veins start popping up my arms and my neck. Just clothes start ripping. I just start, you feel me? Like, just start rage, just rage. And you feel me? Just rage. Um,
Just because you forgot to change the toilet paper?
not
Is
because of
that
the
something
toilet
that's
paper.
really? Let me.
If it's confrontation, like we trying to, it's talking, and obviously we're not on the same frequency. There's no way why we should be going back and forth because it's only going to be, hurtful things said, either voices, you feel me, getting loud or whatever. It's not, we're not gonna be able to talk, or we're not gonna be able to talk how I want to talk. And usually when I'm talking, my calmness irritates people. They're like, nigga, why you so calm? And we supposed to be at, you feel me, odds and beef. I'm like, well, we supposed to get to a solution too. And that pisses people off sometimes. So they don't want to get to a solution as fast as I would want to. They want to stay in the moment. They want to be, and sometimes I got to learn how to be in that. I got to be in that moment because sometimes that's what they be wanting, the moment. not so much the confrontation. The moment is the
Or the
intention.
or the solution to the issue. Because it's like, and I know you're being hypothetical, Venus, and I don't mean it offensively, but when you think about that as an example of a confrontation, somebody forgetting to put tissue on the thing is like, it's almost like this joke I was writing about somebody crying over spilled milk. You know what I mean? It's like, if there's no tissue, then just change it. Arguing and confronting me about me not putting the tissue, it loses its point, and I'm not going to probably, either I'm going to learn it, but I'm not going to probably learn it from that, not from a confrontation of that. Because now I'm more focused on the actual thing that's happened is me being confronted, opposed to being focused or whatever. Excuse me. There was any tissue for you to do what you had to do. I'm more concerned with the fact I just got confronted by somebody. So people that confront me are confrontations or can be considered a possible enemy. And I'm like, damn, this is like, it to me is like, are we confronting somebody about something that can an easy solution? Get some tissue. Get some fucking tissue. Let's find a way of instead of making a confrontation, let's just try to find a solution to where maybe let's leave some tissue under the sink. It's easier to reach or whatever. Or, you know what I mean? Let's do something to where it can be a solution there opposed to, I got to confront this person. I think that takes away from the issue instead of coming to a solution because I'm being confronted. So that becomes the focus, the confrontation, opposed to the actual thing I'm being even confronted about.
I mean, I was definitely being facetious about the toilet paper, but
no, I know, and I said that at the beginning. I started off with that. I know you wasn't. I know it was just an example. I'm just giving an example of how even that could be, not to cut you off, but just to say how even that can be the thing. Like it's like whatever you're trying to confront me about is a way to confrontation is a type of confronting, right? Is a way to confront somebody. However, it's other ways to confront me about whatever the thing is. Does it have to be a confrontation when you confront me, or does it have to be just a sit down conversation?
yeah,
So
I see what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying.
you know, it's like because
Yeah.
once I'm being confronted,
Or could you turn it into romanticism? You feel me?
once I'm
Get the
I'm
nigga
being
all turned
confronted,
on. Go lay him down. Get that nigga turned on, and then put the toilet roll. And be like, yo, you forgot to put the toilet paper on, and just leave him right there.
You're like, hey, baby, you forgot, you know.
Toilet paper on the hard on right there, just
Did you
sitting there.
forget that? Did you
You feel
forget
me? Gonna make
something?
him want to
yeah,
make him think about that damn toilet paper more. Like you feel me?
Yeah.
Versus you coming in there like a damn bull.
yeah. But once, as I'm saying, once I'm being confronted, that's what my brain is thinking about. Being confronted. I'm not thinking about even what I'm being confronted about. I'm thinking about the fact I was confronted. And this is how you chose to confront me, and these are the things you chose to say during the confrontation, and this is the way you chose to approach this conversation. I'm not. It's like it could be something as simple as toilet paper that we could have had a conversation about, but when I'm being confronted, I'm gonna be on the defense. It's gonna put me on the defense.
Yeah, and there has been, confrontational, like I find that those little pet peeves in a relationship can be sometimes where people become the most confrontational, like not filling up the ice tray on a hot summer day and you go to the freezer and the ice tray is empty. Like those little things can actually turn into something, confrontational, which is interesting enough. But yeah, confrontation. I see what you're saying. It doesn't have to be a confrontation, but yeah, I feel you.
And I think that's where it gets lost. Like you said, all right, so ain't no ice in the freezer. Go to Sonic. You can get a whole bag of ice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's without a confrontation. You can even walk up to the person and go, "Hey, can I borrow $3 real quick? Let me get $3. Like, what you need $3 for? I'm going to get some ice from Sonic. There was no ice in the ice tray. I'm going to get some ice from Sonic. That's still the same solution. However, it's not. There's a difference between you walking in the living room, holding the ice tray in the air, holding it. Look, see this? You see how dry my mouth is? It's never going to get wet from juice because I don't have no ice. I can't. Now it's no longer. Now I'm just confronted. I'm not. I feel like it feels like it almost like a relationship sometimes can make you feel like your partner can make you feel like you're a child and they're your parent, opposed to feeling like your partner. It feels like you're talking to your child opposed to talking to your partner. You're sitting here telling me how, you're holding this tray in the air and you're so angry about not having ice when we could literally go to the gas station or go to the store and grab some ice real quick and get it over with.
Yo, you gotta turn that down a little bit, bro. Please. I'm working on. I apologize. You good? Just can't hear.
So I would say that's the thing is I think that approach is very important. How you approach your partner. How do you approach your partner? Because it goes from a person feeling like a partner to feeling like a associate or, like I said, even a child.
You're not partners. My bad. I'm not cutting you off, but to add on
You
what you're
good?
saying,
I'm
you're
glad
not
that.
partners. It ain't no partners. When they go to work, they know how to respect their boss. They don't go in there trying to make the same confrontation and, you feel me, demands that they can make at home with their boss. So if they know the order at their work, at their job, know that they have the same duties at home. Command, the chain runs up. You feel me? I report to God, you report to me, and you report to the children. If that's the order that you should have in your house. There is no partners. Because if somebody breaking in the house, yes, y'all should know how to self-defense, but there's no partners running to the door. You, as the man, get up and go, you feel me? Protect. You feel me?
Yeah, respectfully.
No partner. That's that, like I said, that's that white man shit that we've been thinking, and it hasn't worked. Respectful.
Yeah, those are some words there, my brother.
No, was that love or cap? Am I
Uh,
capping?
I mean, I feel what you're saying. I know what you're saying,
So
and
it cap?
so but I'm just saying some women may have an issue with what you're saying, but
And that is
well,
it? Do I sound like an individual problem or do I sound like a we problem? Sound like a you problem or a we problem?
well, I want to make sure I'm on the same page of what you're.
No, yeah.
I want to
Not
make sure
you, V. I'm talking like
because
in general.
from what I hear from on even as I observe things online, there's a narrative that often comes up about the act of being submissive, and I know some women are in alignment with it as long as their significant other, they feel that it is protective, that I can be submissive, or you know but I from what I gather what you said is I'm in alignment with the divine creator God. I submit to God, and my woman, she is the next in line after me, and then she is then the children. Is that how you're saying it?
I get my demands from the creator.
Uh-huh.
You get your demands from me.
Uh-huh.
And you give your demands to the legacy, to the lineage, to the
Okay.
next generation.
I just want to make sure I understood that.
Yeah, there's, I mean, and there's in cultures that's working. It's getting
Yes.
done. It's not to say that, like you said, there's certain people that would be rebellious for that. Certain women and certain men call me crazy for that. However, you feel me? It's in the proof is in the pudding. It's happening as we speak, and it's gonna keep happening. So we can go to a quick commercial on that note.
Alrighty. And I may have to jump off. I have
Thanks for
another meeting
coming
I have to
through.
go to.
Thanks for coming through.
I appreciate you brothers so much. It's much love to you both.
Same.
Love. Appreciate you.
I'm 34 and a half. I'm your favorite cousin from my auntie uncle you know you had. And I am here for AJZ and I am here for Hood Service Announcement. But the reason I want to talk to this man right now is April 17th. At the spot that's 3325 Keithshire Way in Lexington, Kentucky. Comedy will be going down. In the words of my cousin, oh my God. Did I do it right?
It's oh my God. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. But anyway you say it, any variation, man, it's still all the same, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Listen, it's going down at the spot, man. Me, 34 and a half, man. We doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Come see these jokes. We telling jokes at a high level, man. If you want to come out and laugh, you want to get some QT points with your girl, you know what I'm saying? You can do two things at once, man. So I expect to see you there, man, if you want to see a high quality show, you dig?
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. I just watched this man's special about like maybe whenever it released, maybe like a month ago, was it? Hilarious. I'm a hater. No, I'm a hater. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a hater.
Yeah.
So, especially when I watch, it's like watching porn when you fuck good. It's sometimes you like, he ain't holding his leg right.
Yeah.
This nigga was holding his leg right. At the library, he had to make a noise at the library.
Facts, man. That's what we do, man. We put in work, and the results show for themselves, man. Our resume ain't never been on trial, man. Real deal funny. So you know what I'm saying? The 18th at the spot, y'all pull up. You dig?
Thank you, my God. Bless.
Yeah. Excited about that. Come through, come out, come laugh at us. Please and thank you. Just 1, 2 years.
Look for something to eat and you want something with just a little bit more flavor? Go to Ivory's Flavor Jamaican Food. It's located at 417 Georgetown Street, number 130, Lexington, Kentucky. Get you some food with some flavor, man. Get you some of that Ivory flavor. Tell them 34 and a half sent you.
Yo, looks like I'm about to change location. Fire going out. Battery getting low. Getting low. Next joint was, what was it? I think it said your partner is loving one day and distant the next. Is that emotional inconsistency toxic?
I can see why it could feel toxic. I think that it could be a level of honesty into that. If you don't feel like that, people don't feel the same way every day. And I also will look at my own response to the day that I was being loved. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. I would look to that person's response. I think that response is very important. From what I've learned in relationships, I think response is very important. Like, it's not just what you do, it's how the person responds to it. So I feel like it shows a lot and it says a lot and it makes things have a heavier thing to do. Is like, what's the response? All right, I did this. All right, well, what's the response? If I was super loving this day, was I getting the love back or was I not? If I was super mean that day, what was I getting back that day? And I think people don't realize it, but response creates the adequacy of what's going to be the next decision that's made.
You was breaking up for some of that.
It's probably it's broke up to you, but I'm sure it's clear to them.
Yeah.
My head is fake destroyed. I'm trying to see how long I'm gonna last with you.
I told you, put
Maybe
some glasses on, turn them lights out. You don't need all them damn lights on for what?
it ain't the lights.
I know it's your head, but the lights is a factor. It's the light going into your brain. You're looking into the light and the screen, the camera. You don't need to stress your eyes like that. To
Oh,
put some
thank you.
glasses on, some dark shades.
I'm giving it a
um,
shot.
I agree a little bit with you. Who is somebody to be, you know, keeping tabs on someone? What was it? Oh, yeah, loving one day distant. Everybody's not gonna be the same, like you said, and it, not to keep tabs on it, but keep note on it. You feel me? That you feel me? Yeah, hell, no. Bugging. Goddamn fly. Yeah, person is not gonna be the same all the damn time. Not 24/7. So people, healthy couples, they normalize the work and they definitely don't pretend it's easy. And they're not out here fronting and acting like everything is all right. They're not out here exploiting, just arguing in public
No.
humiliation every damn time. But however, they're if they're showcasing it and normalizing work more than problems, solutions more than you feel me, all of the other stuff, then yeah, respectfully, you got something. You got something good. Um, what triggers emotional withdrawal?
Any type of anything that I see as negative is gonna trigger my emotional withdrawal. Anything I feel is negative, I see as negative. Anything I don't see that's positive or that's not affirmative to what we're supposed to be doing or got going on, that's gonna initiate my emotional withdrawal because I can't involve my emotions in something I don't feel is stable. And when you're switching too much or going too far or just creating a negative environment, I don't find stability in that. So that's going to create my emotional withdrawal.
Loving one day and distant the another. I'm okay with that because I love my privacy. So in a relationship, I love that time that we're apart. I love that apart time, or if it's quiet time, away time, whatever that is. It ain't emotional withdrawal, so it allows me to recalibrate. You feel me? And do what I
Mm-hmm.
do best. You feel me?
Definitely.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's withdrawal. Not really so much a trigger, or it does a trigger because I'm okay with that. Like I said. Someone says they don't trust easily. Is distrust protection or sabotage?
I would say if you don't trust somebody to some extent, why are you involved with that person? There should be, like, I understand not fully trusting somebody, but to me, if you're on a scale from 100%, it should be at least 60-40. If not more. Your trust should be higher than your mistrust. And you should be able to, whatever mistrust levels you have, you should be able to live through it without it affecting the person. I have mistrust. I don't trust everything a person says or does, but I'm not constantly arguing about my mistrust. And I think that to me, you can feel it. You can have those moments of mistrust, but it's like, okay, all right. If it's something I can't trust, it's something I can't trust. But to me is really an issue when you're affecting the person and the relationship is being affected by that mistrust.
Yes, sir. Figure out which one we want. Someone said they don't trust either. Distrust protection or sabotage. Distrust protection, sabotage. Uh, they don't trust easily. So yeah, I would say they're protecting their self, a selfish thing. And obviously it's just something like I said, the avoidance, something that they avoid and something that they've had to experience previous. You feel me? The reason why they would be putting up those type of walls, you feel me, guarding themselves like that.
Yeah.
Not to say people just go into relationships, you feel me, without any helmets on, but and then after that they come out with the whole football armor, you feel me, type shit. So
Hmm.
it's things that happened previous in order for you to, guard yourself like that, to know that things that you tolerated or will not tolerate no more. So I ain't gonna say it's so much it could be sabotage if a person, if you try to come off and act like you are right and know the hell you not, and just trying to linger and roll things on, and then like you said, a person that wants you to open up, and damn well you're not the one that deal with the feelings. That's 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 crazy work right there. Shit, I ain't gonna try to keep you here that long, man. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
just shoot the last one. Someone claims emotional independence. Is emotional independence healthy or isolating?
I would say if it's positive emotion, then it's healthy. I think that's what's going to make it the biggest issue or that lack of issue. If you're emotionally independent but you're happy from it, then that's a blessing to everybody because happiness is contagious. As if your emotional independence leads to negativity, what I would say is a negative thing.
Mm, that's love. I believe you're telling the truth, but that's cap. However, emotional independence, somebody selfishly saying that they're independent, just like you said, we're social creatures. We're made to socialize, be around. It doesn't have to be a damn sex party or a sipping paint, a gathering or whatever, farmer's market to a damn concert. You feel me? We're social creatures. We're made to, be around, be together. So someone claiming that they're independent and they can do it all by them damn selves, get the hell away from that. They're dealing with something that, you feel me, that's not healthy. Somebody that's, independently isolating themselves to say that, I'm good on my own. There's a lot of people that's good on their own. You're okay, but the body doesn't even work that way. It works in a system. You feel me?
Hmm.
So just learning that simple systems, other things. Things work with a system. There's people that can do it independently. Shout out to them. But we social creatures, man. We made to, get this thing right together. That's why we all here. What does independence become? When does independence become avoidance?
When that, I think that comes from the reasoning behind your independence. If your reasoning behind it is avoidance, then I think yeah, that's when it becomes that. Because it could be reasons where you're being independent, but not to trying to avoid people. I think it just could be based on you feeling like you're the only person who believes in something. So I'm going to independently push that forward. I don't think it's about avoiding nobody, but I think if you feel like I have to be independent to avoid people, that's when you're going to do that.
Yeah, respectfully. You can't, if people that around, are you if people that's around you that are not like-minded and helping with your purpose and your goals for your plan, your program, shit that you got going on and you want to do, yeah, it wouldn't be avoidance. You definitely have to remove yourself, put yourself in a better position. People that play chess, they know that, So definitely wouldn't be avoidance in that scenario. Like you said, if you're trying to put yourself in a better position, if it is a relationship, you're not independent. It's not about you. You feel me? It's bigger. And if you got children, it's way more deeper.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? Shit, I don't know. I might just shoot the shit for a little bit and just see what's popping. But shit, thanks for having you. You already know.
Thanks for having me, cuz. I'm about to go lay it down probably.
Yes, sir.
Good
Yes, sir.
safety. See y'all tomorrow. Y'all see y'all tomorrow, man.
Tomorrow at
We'll be here
8.
tomorrow. We got some hot topics. Got hot topics. Good night.
You already
Safety.
love about the soul, my guy.
Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna just shoot the shit with y'all for a little bit. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, we got anybody still in the comments? No commenters. Let's see some ones I didn't do. Harlan says they don't like talking about feelings. Let's see, we got a commercial, and I'll just get to the closing. Oh yeah, we do. Got a couple commercials. Damn.
Where you wanna be in your heart, we call that heart to heart. Mind game.
You are his supreme clientele. You are talking to Vanessa.
Baby Malcolm, I could be your rider. If you're the cannon, I could be Mariah.
Come in here and get a fresh haircut.
If you be the water, I can be the fire. I'm a guy, and you could be Messiah.
In other words, leave that in a different person than you came in.
This is BK.
Mike Payne.
Carly.
34 and a half. Hot boy Shay. Tyrell. And I play Tyrell.
And Monica.
Jay.
Mo. Big Prince in that series Make Some Noise.
You gon' hear me now, feel me now. I'm 10 toes, no small talk, straight to the pen.
Throughout the season, you see him going through where in the beginning he wanted to just do his music and work a regular 9 to 5, but as things continue to happen to him, he has to respond to the environments that he gets put in.
Whoa. Damn. Nah, fucked up, cuz. Yo, my bad, bro. Where the fuck was you at anyway? I was trying to get a little bottle or something, type of weapon that even the odds, it was more than us.
A lot of people called me and was like, when they see me, I like to say I retreated, which is something people do in war all the time. They retreat to, regroup. Another word I like to use when I think about that scene. People thought I was like, punani.
Nigga, you must not know who the fuck I am, nigga. This my city. Y'all beat his ass. Get up, bitch ass. You ain't talking niggas. We outside.
I had people say, you just being you. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't no bully though. I ain't no bully, but
Yeah, don't take me there, bro. But other than that, yeah, just I'm that nigga, and I definitely feel like I'm that nigga. You supposed to feel like that. You feel me? Yeah. Damn, she fine as hell. What the fuck you doing with this bum ass nigga? Might well come to my section.
Nigga, I wouldn't give you the time of day if you paid for it. Like she's a good person at heart. I just think she's in the wrong career field.
You be surprised what type of man I see on a daily. Oh, what? That make you nervous? You scared?
Nah, not even.
I think you kind of see her go from a stable person to just kind of really wanting to hold on to a relationship that probably does need to end.
Excuse me? It's been a few days with who? Who you been working with? And who are you about to compare me to?
I'm just tired.
No.
Need to get some rest.
No, let's talk about it. Who are you about to compare me to?
Nobody.
Was it the girl that dropped you off? Yeah. I saw that person drop you off. Who the fuck was that?
A friend that, everybody try to keep around in life, that's still, doing the normal things, having a job, taking care of bills.
No, I ain't got much, man, but I know I can only use $2.
Nah, man, you ain't have to do that.
Man, look, bullshit. It's your dream, man. You're my boy. Plus, I gotta make sure you give me a shout out, man, when you get your Grammy. I gotta make sure I contribute to your dream, man.
Go watch I'm So Tyrell Make Some Noise on YouTube. Go watch it now. It's on YouTube now. Now we get a licensing deal and they tell us to take it off. You won't be seeing it and you'll be mad because it's on some sort of platform. So you getting first dibs to watch it before anybody. As we create it, we load it up and you get to watch it.
You heard him. Go watch it. Go tap in. Tell them Lane you playing. Jump in that comment section. Tell them Lane you playing sent you. You heard? Make some noise. I'm So Tyrell featuring my guy 34.5. You heard? A couple other guys was on here. You heard? Catch them tomorrow. HSA at 8. And then we back here on Monday. Same thing. You heard? Let's close out. Tonight, we talked a lot about emotional availability. And the truth is, not everybody who says I love you knows how to show you emotional. Some people were never taught how to sit with feelings. Some people learn early that being vulnerable gets you hurt. So they build walls, they stay guarded, they give it just enough, but never everything. And the person on the other side, they start questioning themselves. Am I asking for too much? Am I too emotional? Why do I feel alone in something that's supposed to be love? But here's the truth. Emotional availability isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about staying in the conversation, even when it's uncomfortable. Because love doesn't fail just from lack of feeling, it fails. From lack of access, when someone can't reach you, they eventually stop trying. So tonight, the real question isn't, do you want love? It's this: are you available enough to hold it when it arrives? Because love can't land if the runway is always closed. Until next time, open up a little, stay present a little longer, and don't let somebody fly right past you. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your destination. Please remain seated until you have properly processed. Keep your mind clear until next time.
Land your plane, land your plane, land your plane.